AutomotiveWoman back in New York City for the 2018-2019 Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy Series Finale. Jack, thank you so much for taking the time and congratulations on your inaugural season. What's the general consensus heading into the last race of the season?
Thank you for coming and thank you for joining us in New York. It's an exciting place to be, an incredible place to be for the last race.
Yeah.
I think anticipation's grown, certainly over the last 6 weeks where we haven't raced. The last session was the last week in May in Berlin. Coming out of that, we've got 3 contenders for the championship.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Exactly, yeah. So it's been a tight qualifying. Drivers maybe not doing as well as we'd expected, so it's going to be a really, really exciting race today.
Yeah, and Brian Sellers, a previous go-kart competitor, is also going for the championship, and he just crashed right in qualifying.
Yeah, last sort of couple of laps of qualifying, which is really unfortunate for Brian.
Yeah, he's a great driver, and Ray Hall, I mean, there's really no team better, in my opinion. I'm also biased. But let's jump into it. I know you're a busy man. Previously on my vlog, I highlighted the Jaguar I-Pace road car. How do you take a road car which is recognized as the World Car of the Year and turn it into a race car?
I guess for me that's really the best start point. The car itself as a road car is it's an incredible place to start. Really, we use the same driveline, we use the same motors, the same battery, the same high voltage architecture, the same inverters. What we change is the way that we cool that. So we've got 2 chillers now. We take the air conditioning away from the driver and we put that straight onto the battery.
Wow.
So we have what is essentially an air conditioning system that cools the coolant that cools the battery. It allows us to precondition the batteries down to a really comfortable temperature from the start out, which means we're not seeing high peak temperatures. And really for the race environment, that's vital. We ask so much of this system, we ask so much of this battery. We fully charge it and then we fully discharge it within around 3 hours, and we do that twice a day across a weekend.
Okay, and temperatures for the driver? Yeah. What are the temperatures like in the cockpit?
It really varies. I think this weekend's going to be peak. We'll probably see maybe 40, 45 degrees cabin temperature. I mean, we give them a window.
Okay. It's good enough, whatever. You're so focused on the racing that, I mean, no big drama. But I hear the brakes are significantly different than the road version. So are those also going to be challenged this weekend with the weather?
Not so much. I mean, the brakes are an incredibly powerful system. Not only have we got the mechanical side of it, but we've also got the electrical side. So the mechanical system comes from AP Racing. It's an endurance brake, so it works really well in this sort of condition and this sort of racing. But we add on top of that regen. So when you've driven the road car, you'll feel when you come off the throttle, the car will start to brake for you, and that's putting power from the motor back into the battery. What we do is take that away from the throttle pedal, put it all onto the brake. So what the driver gets is they lead in on the brake, it builds and builds and builds, and then the car is taking all that kinetic energy and putting it back into the battery. Yeah. So that again adds more and more power to the brake system. Okay, and speaking about power, the same as the road car? Yeah, exactly the same. Okay, and torque, 512? Yeah, exactly the same. All the driveline specs of the road car are carried into the race car. Okay, and that says a lot. So for my viewers, if you're an owner of the I-Pace, well, you have a great performance vehicle, and it is exactly what you are competing with. Yeah, exactly. And I think the other aspects of the car that we also use, in terms of suspension, all the links and the actual architectural design of the car is the same as the road car. And what we do is we take away the compliance and the sort of ride aspect that the customers feel, and we focus on contact patch stiffness to make the tyre work. So it's all solidly mounted. We run Öhlins dampers along with that brake package we spoke about to make the car more focused for a race environment. But essentially, all the hard bits are very similar to what we use in the road car. Okay, and it's often said that all of these race cars are essentially the same for the teams. Exactly right. So what are they allowed to play with during a race weekend? So there's a number of systems that are split into mechanical and electrical. So mechanically, the drivers and their engineers have got control over the front and rear damping. They've got rebound and compression control, and that's completely open for them to play with. And they've got front and rear anti-roll bars that also have a number of settings that the drivers can work with. Electrically, we are able to balance the torque distribution in the car. So the drivers have an option to start at 50-50, which is pure four-wheel drive, and then we can move power backwards into 3 settings, so +5, +10, +15% to the rear. Again, helps the car dynamically. Okay, 2 last questions, because I know you have to run.
Carbon fiber, what are the changes from the road car to the race car?
Really all the exterior panels except for the doors and the rear tailgate are now carbon fiber, sorry, on the roof. So wings, bonnet or hood, and the two front and rear bumpers are carbon fiber.
Okay, and amazing. For 2020,
Yeah.
how are you guys using the Jaguar I-Pace e-Trophy Series to lead you into 2020 road car? Are you taking any of the technology learned and applying?
So what we're doing is we're really building a pack of data. You know, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. So this year has been very focused on how we make a very valid, incredible race car and how we keep it reliable and consistent through a championship. But behind that is gathering a lot of data that tells us what this system's capable of when you push it to its limit, and that will start feeding into the road car then.
Okay.
That's our going in point, and certainly that'll build as the seasons progress.
Okay, amazing. So I've already mentioned Brian Sellers, my favorite, Team Rahal. Do you have a favorite?
I couldn't possibly comment.
Very good politician. Thank you so much, Jack.
No problem.
Thank you. If my viewers would like some more information, visit the FIA Formula E website or always Jaguar.com. I'm Juliana, your automotive woman. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when to watch the next video.